Just off the east bank of the Cumberland River and across the water from the Tennessee State Capitol building, there's a look at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Tennessee Titans. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Okay, break. Ready, ready.
The NFL's leading rusher in 2019 and 2020, Derrick Henry. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra. I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. The Titans are 1-0 on the year following the win in week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener, and now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Austin Johnson, the one who makes the stop defensively. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers. They currently sit at number 4 in the NFL in terms of stopping the run.
We know it's only week 1, but the results look pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now...
And now look at this. Big gain, but fumble. And picked up by the Chargers. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
To the air on first down, here's Willis. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Well, they were advancing the ball. They had a couple first downs under their belt, but a big mistake there on the opening drive leads to 6 points the other direction.
And what a good read that was on his part, Brandon, because it prevents a possible scoring drive with how they were moving things along. And it gives the defense the early advantage. Was going to be a definitely entertaining battle between these units.
This taken in at the goal line.
Isaiah Rodgers on the return. The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Ready, ready.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone. On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. And now what's this? They fake the spike. He'll throw it. But it's not going to work. He'll go down, and they got him. It'll only be a loss loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick six, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick six, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers. They're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
What they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
Taylor now returning it. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Now their versatile running back. Here's Austin Eckler. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Once more, here's Eckler. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
At the Titans' 47-yard line.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 7 yards there and a first down.
Eckler's long been one of the most underrated players in the NFL, but he's now starting to get his due. 915 yards, a career best last season, with 13 touchdowns on the ground.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. Throw right side, complete to Williams. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal. Eckler. Going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Here's Herbert. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Great coverage down in the end zone. He's scanning the field, looking. No one ever came open. So in the end, he makes the best decision and just fires it over the end line.
This Titan defense, they just will not give in easily. Looking for another stop, 3rd and goal. The tight end in motion right. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during the ball game you have certain narratives going?
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Gotta say, Charles, a little surprising to have a kick this short blocked. Usually that happens on the longer ones, but great job by the special teams to kind of sift through there and get a hand on it.
Yeah, you've seen a lot of football over time, partner, and you're right about it. Typically, the longer field goals start lower because they have so much more ground to cover to get to the post. And that's when you get a hand on it. These short ones, you're able to pop it up in the air pretty quickly. Normally, you get height. In this case, extra effort to block that one. That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
That's good for a Tennessee Titan.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Chargers 7, Titans nothing.
Let's go.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Another powerful run and another workhorse season in the books for Henry. Let's take a peek at his numbers. He's led the NFL in carries and topped 1,500 yards for the 3rd time in 4 years. In addition, 5th straight year with double-digit touchdowns.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away, but the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
2nd and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. That one too wide and incomplete.
But so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
You want to see a defensive coordinator get upset and throw his headset? This is the kind of play that'll do it. You force 3rd and long. This is almost sort of a give-up play. You're just hoping to get something positive, and it winds up breaking big, and they convert on 3rd down.
And Herbert able to get this one to Eckler out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down.
5-9. Set.
Eckler now between the tackles, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Calling a loss of 2 there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And Allen's got it. Touchdown, Chargers. Keenan Allen, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Chargers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that'll make the score 14-0.
14. Titans, nothing.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. Set.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics as you...
Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
2nd down, here's Willis. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. 3rd down, it's Willis. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 40. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the 1st down run.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now 2nd and 3.
Reload. No.
They'll run it again with Henry. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
If they're going to get a 1st down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Could be some contact going on.
Hawk 70.
Willis on 3rd and 1. Escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
It was starting to become a game for him to forget with the interceptions, but that's a step in the right direction. Not only did he choose to run it instead, but he saw the field well and made a nice pickup to get a new set of downs.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 59 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
19 Lions.
Now they'll look to Willis to pass it here. Touchdown! Chicago, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Titans have cut it back within a score.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field, but now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed, way harder to cover than before.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. On the return, it's Taylor from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Their own 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on second down. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
The Chargers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw here, Herbert. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And out across midfield down to the 45. On first down, Justin Herbert. That's caught, and it's Eckler again. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield, because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space, as they did right there.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
Eckler going to get it again on second down. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Now it's Herbert. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 22-yard line. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On first down, it's Herbert. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one, and here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. It's Eckler again. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. it's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
As a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Herbert now. Eluding the pressure right. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He had his lone attempt blocked earlier. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A 1-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Herbert. Allen's got it complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they've rallied and made the tackle.
Rodgers to return it. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the 1st half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this 2nd half.
Let's go.
Now the rookie 3rd rounder from Tulane, it's Tajay Spears. And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here we go.
Here is 3rd and 5.
Willis looks to pass it here. That's complete to Westbrook-Ikhine. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
You know, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And he's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. Second down.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over pursuing, and making a very nice play.
Willis throws another interception, his third of the game. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 68 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, first and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
They're going to go toss right side with Eckler. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Austin Eckler, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
They go play action with Willis. Open man, Westbrook-Ikhine.
As my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Check, Panther. Ready, right?
Henry will take this into the end zone for a Titans touchdown. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Williams brings it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, wide open, complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A gain of 39 that time. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Up the middle with Eckler. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 84 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
3rd down and 1. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. And remember, he had one blocked earlier. And his kick is good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier. And this time, there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready, set.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Liking 18. Alert! Alert!
Henry again on 2nd down. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
That was a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
Ready.
Again, it's Henry. Down the sideline he goes. Inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Titans are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. On first and 10, Herbert. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. That'll give him 8 that time. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They snap it to Herbert. Got his man. It's Williams. Yeah, boy, that's going to be close. He didn't get much at all there, but he got the first. Looked like they might have held him defensively, but the referee signals it will be a 1st down. Well, I'm sure he likes his performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the 4th quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. So
there he goes, left side. Austin Eckler, and all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
That's good.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
From the 42-yard line, here's the 2nd and 8. 2nd down throw coming by Willis. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. And pausing here for an injured player, and not what you want to see. That's Malik Willis, who is shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Michael Davis. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
So from the 37, here's 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. He'll get this to Eckler. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it's 2nd and goal.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. On 2nd down, Eckler. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Here's Herbert. And incomplete. They tried to drop it off, but he couldn't hold on.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Here's 1st and 10.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down.
Here's 2nd down. Little bootleg here. Levis.
He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And the Chargers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. On the screen, this is Eckler. Yeah, boy, he had the marker square in his sights, but a good tackle is going to leave him about a yard or so short. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Levis to throw. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Levis. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like
under pressure, and they got to him again. Kenneth Murray in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
He's got him in, complete. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
That's good for a Tennessee Titan. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Here's Levis. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. What a performance. All those points put on the board. And, Charles, it wasn't just by the offense. The defense put some points on the board as well. They were solid today.
Yeah, it was a complete effort to secure the win, and both sides of the ball made big plays. But how demoralizing is it when the opposing defense can take one all the way back against you? And that was the case here. That really sparked them to victory.
So for Los Angeles, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to